What can be scary if it was 10 times bigger its normal size? Viruses, like a cold or flu crawling inside your body and you could feel/see it. You are vastly misimagining the sizes of viruses and bacteria. A single human hair is about 1/10 of a millimeter in width. That's 100 micrometers. Mites are insects that live on your skin. You don't see them and don't feel them, but they are there. They have an average size of 1/10 of a millimeter long and a fraction of that in width, let's say 20 micrometers. E. coli bacteria are 2 micrometers long and 0.5 micrometers wide. The polio virus is 30 nanometers big. That's 0.03 micrometers. Big viruses are maybe 5 times that size, like HIV-1 and herpes simplex are around 0.125 micrometers. If you increased any of the bacteria or viruses I mentioned 10 times in its size, you wouldn't see or feel anything. You need to increase the influenza virus by 1,000 times to be able to see it. If you look closely, literally anything, sharks, buffalo, insects, people, snakes, anything. Even boobs. Depends on the size. A cup. That's fine. She cup. That'd be scary AF. A cup is 1 inch difference between band size and bust size. Every next letter is 1 inch more. If you increase 1 inch 10 times, you're at J cup, aka 50% more than DDDD. That exists, but is scary enough. Now take B cups, aka 2 inches, and you increase that by 10 times to 20 inches and you're literally in health danger territory. A New Zealand woman had to reduce her breast size, because she had N cup size, called JJ in New Zealand/UK, and had tons of problems. They removed 3 kilograms of each breast and she was a D cup in the end. https://www.nsherald.co.nz/lifestyle/Melbourne woman was being crushed by her size JJ breasts at 21/D2RBR7T26H3 Yes Memas Forks were / The Sun. 10x bigger in volume would mean a lot more energy production, expanding its atmosphere. We would be fried. 10x bigger on mass and we would have a likely blue giant. Jupiter would be fried too. Pluto might not be burnt to a crisp. Some place like 25 astronomical units away would be liquid water. Assuming it didn't have sizable fluctuations and solar mass elections that routinely shrunk and expanded the liquid water zone. A penis? I mean, someone had to say it. Imagine people walking around with 10-inch penises. I'm no mathematician, but if 10 inches is the result of being 10x larger, then I hope that person gets whatever spell causes this. A mathematician would know doubling length and diameter only increases volume 8 times. 160 centimeters. This would be very impractical and will probably be a threat to own life when erect. 41 centimeters. This seems unlikely to cause the owner significant issues. The novelty would also be perfect for a small group to enjoy, or a very motivated individual. Any mantis species is terrifying AF. It can already kill lizards and birds in its current size, just imagine. I read this Chinese fantasy book a while back. It's about an earthquake releasing energy from the underground and enlarged/strengthened almost every species except for humans. The part where the protagonist were hunted by mantis was to this day the scariest thing I've ever read. Dogs. Not standard scary, but more like everyone who had medium to large dogs are now dealing with dogs the size of bears and moose. As a nation, that's both amazing and terrifying. Husky howls would be wild with 10x lung capacity. Would we ride the bigger ones like horses? For me, it's got to be geese, moths and/or bullfrogs. The moths and frogs here, PNW, already can get huge depending on the type, and the unpredictability of their movements makes me squeamish enough already. And geese can be the biggest territorial dicks with zero fear. One literally chased my car earlier this year and its open mouth was so gross and scary lol. A house cat. I've seen my cats clear 6-foot countertops like it was nothing. They're about what? 10 inches from spine to floor on all fours. Imagine a house cat 10 times that. No thanks, lol. We'd be the next species they force into extinction. Muntjac deer, they are hard as nails, their skin is like leather and they have both antlers and tusks, and they fight like mad. I hunt a lot of them in the UK, and they can take a shot that would floor a fallow and still run off. If they were 10x the size, you'd need an elephant rifle to take them down. Depends on if we talk about length or mass. If it's mass, you would have average cats the size of a person. If it's length, it would be the size of an orca. Our examples are a 10x mass polar bear would be about the size of an Asian elephant. If it's length, it's the size of a blue whale. Other example of length are orcas the size of Big Ben and blue whales the size of the Eiffel Tower or the largest sports arenas in the world. On r/unexpected is a video of a bull elephant walking past the camera. I knew they packed some heat, but your boy looked like he had a fifth leg going. It is at least 10 times what I have ever seen before and scared the bejeebus out of me. So it may be perfectly normal for him, it ain't for me. Chihuahuas would be pretty intimidating. Sure, they'd only be topping out at around 65 pounds, which is sort of the top end of medium or low end of large breed dogs, so a little smaller than most golden retrievers. But imagine a dog that size constantly shaking and flying off the handle at the drop of a hat, biting at whatever comes near. Those dogs are psychotic.